Hi, everybody. What day is it? Happy Friday. It is Friday. It is New Year's Eve. Just going to see if I can get that out of screen a little bit more. Hi, Suze. Hi, Michelle. How is everybody? Okay, I think that's good. All right. So, I know, Suze, I know that you are doing the 52 Weeks of Me. Michelle, I don't know if you have signed up for this or not. This is a project by Susanna, who is Made in Mojave on Instagram. And she did this originally back in 2018. She had done this 52 Weeks of Me, and then, which I participated in, I got, let's see, how far did I get? I got about 13 weeks in, and then I failed miserably. But it is one of my favorite projects. I had such an amazing time working on it, and so much fun doing it, and it's one that has stayed on my list of, like, I keep thinking I'll go back to. And then I kind of started to realize, hi, Miss Ramona. I kind of realized I may have to just kind of call this done. Maybe, just because it's gotten further and further away. So I was really excited when she announced that she is doing it again this year. Of course, she's, said she's tweaked it, changed it, made some different things. So it won't necessarily be identical, which is awesome too, even though I didn't finish it, just to be, still having it just a little bit different. So I'm really excited for that. It's totally free. You can sign up in her profile on Instagram, which I will make sure that I link in here. I had the pleasure of meeting Susanna at the Retro Hip Party in 2020. We were both there, so I got to meet her in person as well. She is amazing and awesome and very talented. I actually used to watch her on Twitch. She used to do some, she used to stream on Twitch, I think maybe once a week, I think was what she was doing for a while. So she was the first person that I ever watched on Twitch. And didn't ever think that I would be on Twitch. And then here we are. So I want to show you, I'll show you what I worked on in 2018, and then I was going to go ahead and show you the things that I am kind of creating to put together my, my kit, or what I'm going to use for 2022, just to kind of help myself be really successful, is not, trying to find all different things once the project has started, but to be able to just, hi, Joy, I'm so happy you're here, just to be able to, kind of, make it manageable, but still really fun. So in 2018, I used this 6x8 album, Project Life. It's a Maggie Holmes edition that actually came with a lot of cards and everything. It was a little kit that was available. There were like 2 different ones. And I actually bought a couple of these once they went on sale. So I'm actually going to use another one of these for my 2022, simply because I absolutely love this album, and because what I decided this week as I was kind of prepping to do this live is that I'm going to use a lot of Maggie Holmes in my 52 Weeks of Me. And there's 2 reasons for that. Number 1, I love her stuff. I really do. The different lines mix and blend really nice. They're very they mix with other things really well. So they mix with other, ephemera and vintage pieces. They're really my colors. And I got on a bit of a kick for a while I was kind of doing the Tuesday morning circuit of buying a lot of Maggie Holmes stuff because I loved it so much and was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it all. And then I kind of put it all together, put it in my craft closet, and then I haven't been using it. And so I thought, you know what? I used a lot of it in this album. It mixes really well with things. I have a lot of it, trying to use my stash. And so I thought I'm going to use that. So I kind of pulled things out. And so I'm going to kind of go through my process with you though, because I pulled out just kind of all the things. So first I just want to walk through a little bit and just kind of show you what I did for 2018. And I'm pretty much going to stick with a very similar format. I was reading through the email from Susanna that she sent out if you've already signed up for 52 Weeks of Me. And one of the things I really liked in there is that she talked about like stepping outside your comfort zone, trying new techniques, like these kinds of things. But she also mentioned, but at the same time, if you have something that you love that, works for you and you want to be successful, like there's kind of the different paths to take. And so for me, this album, I was doing new techniques that I was just new to in this and still only use sometimes. And so I'm excited to actually stick with this and really finish the full 52 weeks of me without necessarily like trying a total new form. Because I even just debated like, I have a lot of albums available in different sizes and things. I have some Heidi Swap storyline ones that, would be like larger format and everything. And I almost gravitated to try something different. And then I thought, nope, you know what? This really was working for me. I loved this project. It was one of my favorites. I'm going to stick with it. So I did a combination, and I'm sorry, there's going to be a little bit of a glare with my ring light. I wonder if it'll be good if I actually turn it off while we look at pages in the page protector. Let's see what that lighting looks like real quick. Let's see if that's okay or not. If that's better or worse. I think it's still better if I have it on. And that doesn't really make much of a difference other than in the hue. Okay, well, I'll leave it on. There's a little bit of a glare, but I do think it still lights it up better. That is one thing that drives me crazy is lighting when it comes to trying to take photographs, doing lives, all the things. Like lighting is just, ugh. Anyway, so I did a combination of pocket pages and some pocket pages. And again, I used a variety of supplies. I used supplies that came with this album, pocket page cards, and you'll see I was using a lot of Reset Girl supplies because I had quite a few of the honey stickers and some different things, which I realized I may pull from that stash still because I have quite a bit of that. So I may pull some of that, which I did not do just yet today. So my typical format for each week was this really simple format of using a pocket page that had 1 4x6 and 2 3x4s. And see, this particular album set had come with these cards that already had week 1, week 2 already done for me. So then I could just do a little embellishing, and then I would go ahead and put the theme and the date. So the first week's theme was currently, and so then I went ahead and used my date stamp and I put the date. It's really a little bit hard to see these letters. These are these little teeny tiny pink letters, and I use them for several of the titles in here because I tried to keep certain things consistent. It makes the project a little easier in my opinion, but then I played around with lots and lots of things. So then I went ahead and used like a currently card that I happened to have and filled that out. And just played around with different ephemera and pieces and things. This project was done also shortly after I had finally decided to take that leap of faith and switch up my supplies by color, some of the miscellaneous random supplies. And so it really worked well with this project because then I was able to like pull out the drawer that had yellow pieces in it and find little things, pull out the pink drawer, and, so I keep those things. Let me show you what I mean. I just have very inexpensive little plastic drawers. Speaking of which, that don't want to come out right now. Let's see if a different one will come out. Okay, maybe these ones don't come out all the way. My old ones used to. So I just use little tiny drawers. I used to have a little bit bigger drawers, but then I had too much stuff in them. And there's some beautiful acrylic drawers that people use, but they're a little bit pricey. And for me, I don't know that I will stick with this. Like I like it, but I don't know. So anyway, so I put things by color. I'm sorry, I thought these ones came out. My old ones used to. And so then it just helps when you have all those just kind of miscellaneous things from, when you've bought like a cute pack of something that doesn't go with the whole collection, or you've finished off that collection but didn't necessarily want to get rid of some of the cute little bits and bobs and things like that. Or when you have a random one and you open the package and go ahead and sift it out, because then you're more likely to use the pieces. And so that was really helpful with a project like this too, is being able to then look for things in that color scheme. And so you'll see again, so I just kept with that very same layout for each week, and it made it very simple because then you can get started. You can, and I have more of these cards, but I also was going to pull out, and now I'm on like a hunt for it because I swear I purchased it and I can't find it, and I have all my stamps organized. I have a stamp from Retro Hip Mama that it like has the word week and has the numbers and things like that. And so I was going to get that out so that I could use that sometimes, because I have a couple numbers that I actually used, only like 3 of them that are missing from this particular album, because I had started a small project in here but only done like 3 things in it, or in my other one. And so I'm still going to use these cards, but then I was going to just maybe add to it a little bit to use my stamps, because I don't use my stamps enough, and or to fill in for those missing cards. And I'm on a hunt for it now, and or maybe I need to purchase it. Maybe I swear I purchased it though. So anywho, but I kept it very, very simple, having the same format, the 4x6, that I would go ahead and put the theme. And I know that I was inspired by Susanna's format. If you look back at pictures, I think that she was posting on Instagram too with the hashtag. I was very inspired by her format, I remember, and then just kind of making it my own. This is also a great project to really start using up like your stash or your miscellaneous supplies. Again, like if you've got, leftover ephemera and you can sort it by color. If you've got leftover stickers, if you've got, washi tape, like you could really make, and that's what we're going to look at, is making kind of a kit for yourself, just so that you don't have to search every time you go to do a new page. And again, so just using lots and lots of supplies that I had, pulling different project life cards, and just lots and lots of things. And then doing even some, more pages that weren't in a pocket. This was really fun. This was where I still think it's fun to like have this format, but then try some new things. And so I was talking about, what week was this? I think this was like, interests. And so I had been doing, and I still do, but not as much. I more do it for myself and for some gifts than really like selling, origami owl jewelry. And so I had gone ahead and had some fun with one of their boxes to like put my interest about that. So this was not something that I had previously done. This was something fairly new, because I also, in 2018 when we did this, was the first year, well, the only year that I did the 100 days of 100 days of scrap therapy. It was with Sue's Fish, and she is really all about like incorporating things from that day to go with that, that day's feelings or thoughts, or to tie in. And so I had done some like unique things in there, and so it carried over into here just a little bit. Please, if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have anything, use that chat. I will respond. I love to interact with everybody. Those of you that might be new, welcome. I'm really happy that you are here. I love sharing my crafty projects, and I love encouraging others and helping support everybody. So I'm really excited, and this was one of my favorite projects again, so I'm really excited about this. So I'm just sharing my previous one, and then I'm going to put together a kit for this year with some things and kind of walk you through that. So again, just each week I really kept that first page to keep that consistency. And again, this was shortly after I had broken things down into those little drawers of colors, where again, you have little pieces of ephemera. You've maybe purchased a random pack from somewhere, or you accidentally bought 2 packs of an ephemera, but you really love it. You used it in a 12 by 12 layout, or whatever, with the whole collection, but you don't really want to part with it. Well, open it, break it up, get those pieces spread out by color and or then by theme, and then you have places to pull from for when you want to fill little spots. It's so rewarding. I was really scared to do it, but I was so glad that I did. So again, just came up with that theme, and I'll be doing similar this year of I'm not sure if I'll use letters. I have a lot of letter stickers, so I don't know if I'll use letter stickers to put whatever the theme is. I'll definitely still be using my date stamp, because I like doing that, because I honestly didn't realize that it had been all the way back in 2018 when she originally did this, when she made that post. I was like, really, 2018? Because I went to look for pictures just to see what pictures I'd already taken, because I was going to share some photos, and it's, been snowy and gloomy here, so it's kind of hard to get good pictures. So I like having the dates on there. It just is really fun. Oh, perfect. Yes, this is by far one of my favorite projects. Susanna does a fantastic job with the prompts and the inspiration, and you can really make it simple. You can use your stash. You could even have your girls do it along with you, and even in a more simple format, but they might love like a notebook and just be able to, to even just write down their things. They could cut out things from magazines or print off things from Snapchat or, Instagram or things like that, make it their own. I was starting to suggest that to people that were commenting that have daughters at that right age. Like, this might be a great, project to do. So again, just used my stash, had a lot of fun. The prompts were really great. It was just a really enjoyable project. I'm really glad that she's doing it again, because I didn't finish this one. And every time I look at this project, it really makes me happy, because I loved the way I was crafting. This was new, like doing little clusters and layering things onto pocket page cards and not just tucking pocket pages in there was really something new. And I was finding that I was using up things. I was using things that I didn't have the heart to get rid of, but I didn't know what to use them for. And that's really, really rewarding. There you go. Yeah, I think it would be great. And, simple journal might be awesome. And, or, maybe they would actually love doing it in pocket pages. If you've got, project life cards where then they could kind of write on that and it's already a little decorated, but they could slide them in with photos. Still simple, but, something special. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this project. And again, I'm super, super excited. And I only, again, got to week 13, which is okay, right? Oh yeah, Ramona, I know. I had forgotten that Katie had done it too when I was checking the hashtag yesterday and looking at things. And then I was like, oh, that's right, she had done it as well. And so I know she's doing it again. I actually didn't even finish week 12. It's funny, I love music, love it, love it, love it, but I have a very eclectic taste. And as much as I will know song lyrics, I'm not really good about always remembering what the song name is or the artist and different things. So I actually have to kind of work at that. So I'd gathered pieces, but didn't actually finish that one. And then, yeah, I only got to week 13 when I did this previously. But again, it still has been one of my favorite projects. I love looking back at it. It was a lot of fun, not only to document it, but to tell the stories, but also to use just so many things from my stash. So I want to show you kind of how I'm going to put together a good kit for myself. And this might be something that you want to do as well, because I know many of us have a stash to pull from. So again, for this coming year, I'm actually using the same album because, again, I happened to have purchased multiple, and I love this album, and it'll go with my Maggie Holmes. I am concerned that all 52 weeks are not going to fit in here, considering that was pretty fluffy, and I only made it to 13 weeks, so I'm not sure what I'll do at that point. I may end up taking the pages from that one out and putting them into a different one, so then I have two. I'll kind of cross that bridge when I get there. So this had been a collection, so I will pull from here as well. Some of the cards, definitely the ones that have the weeks on them, and then it has a variety of pocket pages in them. If you're looking to do a 6x8, you can get Simple Stories has 6x8 snap binders, and they have ones that are the craft like over here, and then I'll have like a color strip on the binding that's fabric, and comes with some pages. You can also get ones that don't come with any pages and that are this same kind of material in different striped colors from Simple Stories, like a yellow and white stripe. Hi, Aunt Charlotte. You can also get an album that's not quite as thick, but they have them at Hobby Lobby where it's just plain craft, and so you could then cover it and decorate it if you're looking to do a 6x8 album, just to give you some suggestions or ideas. So that's what I'm going to be using. So the first, so the other thing that I did is I pulled bins from my bin stash, which is kind of scary. These are, because I'm going to actually set everything up in a Raskog cart, because that's what really works for me, is using Raskog carts for projects like this. Like I have one for December Daily, and so that way I can really have all the supplies kind of in one place. I need them a little bit spread out and visual. As an adult with ADHD, if it's too hidden, I won't see it because it's out of sight, out of mind. So these are the bins from IKEA that fit the Raskog cart, and they hold Project Life cards pretty well. So I grabbed 2 of those, and then whenever I find them, so these are the bins from Target in the bathroom section that stack really nicely, and I'll show you how I open up and put ephemera pieces in there if you've never seen that before. But they also sometimes have a nice stack. They're a little bit smaller, not much, because they're really just rounded corners. They sometimes have the stack where you get 4 for $1 in the dollar spot, and I scoop those up because, as you'll see, I use this for a lot of projects because it allows for me to break things down but keep it condensed. And then I also they have smaller ones sometimes, because then you'll see one of the things I already pulled is washi tape. I went ahead and pulled some of the Maggie Holmes washi tape that I have, really ones that are just florals, and I think like 2 different plaids and a chevron, just to have on hand close by, so that I can easily add, some washi strips like I did on different cards and things. So that I did do really quickly, just because my washi is like in drawers and things. Lots of things to go through, which I forgot I have some to start with on my desk. So I went ahead and pulled, I don't know if you guys have it, what you're possibly planning to do as far as your format. I have a huge stash of Project Life cards. I really need to go through them again. So I did go ahead and pull just a few of the ones that I had that, like, say, currently loving, in case she does a currently again, currently obsessed. This was just a fun one. It just says weird and proud of it. Another one, this is the current song on loop, in case she does something with songs. And then this one just has a little TV icon. So I've gone through and used a lot, or kind of thinned out some of these type of cards, but I just grabbed a few of these in case they come in handy. So I will have those, which I should grab if I'm going to do this. And I'll put those just in a little spot. One of the other collections that I pulled, so I'm using mostly Maggie Holmes, but I also had purchased the Project Life kit from Kelly Bangs, and have just kind of hung on to it and savored it. So I thought some of these would be cute and they would mix in. The biggest thing I'll need to do is round the corners, because most of my Maggie Holmes cards have rounded corners. And so this project, I'll probably need to round a bunch of corners to make them all uniform, but I'm okay with that because I'll just do it as it goes. So because this was a whole kit and you get multiples and not everyone's gonna match, I figured I would pull out, this one's a little bit bent because I think it was on the top. I'm gonna pull out a few of the ones that I think would be cute, that might come in handy. And I thought I would do that while we were talking, just because then you could kind of see my process. This is cute because like it says you and me, and or it says hi. If we talk about family at all, or if we talk about home. But see, I know that I don't need 3 of each one. And so I would rather go ahead and just sort through real quick, because I know that there's also some in here that really won't work. You know, like this is adorable, but it really goes with like the farmhouse theme that the whole thing is. So I don't know that I would need that. We don't do anything on our porch here, so as cute as that is, it's just not going to work for this particular project. And again, I have so many Maggie Holmes, so I'm going to use mostly that, but I knew, isn't life wonderful? I knew that was cute. I knew that there were some in here that would be really cute. And again, I have been really, really hoarding these. I got these from projectlife.com or beckyhiggins.com because I never found them in stores. I kept waiting and waiting and hoping I would find them in stores, and I never did. So I finally just broke down and ordered them off her website because they never made it to any of my stores. They didn't make it to, Michael's, and they didn't make it to Tuesday Morning either. Some people found them at Tuesday Morning. I never found them. So that is where I scooped them up, was from beckyhiggins.com, which I know there still are some things on her site. I don't know if these are on there or not. I wonder if this is cute, Home Sweet Home, if we do one about like where we live. I wonder if like at whatever point Kelly would be able to get these back, even just as a digital. So this is adorable, the fireflies, but we don't happen to have a front porch to speak of really here. It's very tiny. It's another home one. So just in case, and that's cute because it has a camera on the back that's that color scheme, and a simple life. That's cute too. So I knew I only needed one of each, which Joy, maybe send me a message because maybe I can send you some of my duplicates. And then there's the 4x6s, so I thought I'd go through those real quick and just see again which ones would work, which any of the ones that are real kind of farm based are not necessarily going to be something that I'm using. That's cute because it says welcome, or that side would be cute. Oh yeah, I need more cards. Like I need a hole in the head. I literally have a Rascog cart that is filled with Project Life cards. That's all that's on it is Project Life cards stacked in the little bins. Bins are stacked on top because I sat and went through them at one point and sorted them by color, and then I have realized I just have way too many, and I need to go through them again and really, really slim them down. And there's actually like 4 of all of these 4x6, so yeah, we may just need to send you some. Okay, I'm actually going to pull, okay, so those of you that, oops, it's upside down, sorry. So my son has hens, and we raise them as chicks, so just in case something comes up, I am going to throw this one in here. I would obviously just cover up the duck, but I'm just thinking if something comes up. Ooh, Michelle, you have subscribed for 5 months now. You are a rock star, and I love you. Thank you so much. We should do a card swap. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. So I just knew that, when I was looking at things last night, I knew that there'd be at least a few in here that might come in handy. Yes, a card. Okay, so we need to set up a card swap. All right, we'll have to work on that. We will have to work on that. So this is all my Maggie Holmes stuff, because I used to have all my Maggie Holmes in a Rascon cart. My Maggie Holmes, and then I had my How Do You Swap all in they each had their own. And it just got to be a little bit too much. So I have all my cards in here, which you kind of saw me just go through some cards. So maybe I'll hold off on cards and I'll go through some of the ephemera and things, and then I'll come back to cards maybe and just kind of go through if there's questions. I also don't want to bore you with all of it, but I also thought some people might want to see the process. So, and I need to move this because I don't want this on screen because it's too big. So then I have all of the different stickers and ephemera and things. So I want to go through that and figure out, which ones. Oh, Ramona, you have a lot of, and see, it's funny, I don't have a lot of Christmas ones because I pretty much never use Christmas. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had bought a few Christmas collection ones and I went through them, and then I realized I wasn't really using them, so I thinned down to very few. But everyday, color ones, tons. So I have the different stickers. And see, now I probably should go through cards at the same time because I don't know what collections I have in cards compared to some of the stickers, even though they mix really well. Okay, we're just going to go this route. So these are pretty, everyday generic, so those are going to stay. These are very summery. So I'm going to pull those. These are also very just cute. Extra of those. These are tucked in. Oh my gosh. If you're looking for Maggie Holmes, by the way, the newest collection by her, which is Garden Party, is on clearance at Joann's currently. So they don't have any they don't have any Project Life cards, but they have all the paper and the stickers and the washi and all of that kind of stuff for Garden Party. See, I would get it at Tuesday morning, and so then I would get multiples. But see, some of it I've saved and saved and saved. I am going to save that for something else. Now, ones like this goes with one collection very particularly, and I do only have one of it. It's little teacups and things. So, I am going to hang on to that one to really use with that collection, maybe in a book or something like that. Seriously, how many of these ones do I may need to do a little Maggie Holmes de-stash for some of y'all, because I just might need to. And then this goes with that other one as well. It's just kind of very particular. Yeah, what do I have multiples of? That one. Multiple city. Okay. We might be doing some Maggie Holmes de-stashing later. Just saying. Okay. There we go. So, because the stickers will come in handy to embellish even on just the little Project Life cards, and or on photos, depending on what you want to do. So, these are going to go on my cart, and then that way I know that I have some stickers to embellish with, and I'm all set. I don't necessarily have to look all over for them. One of the other things I had pulled, which I have a whole stack of, but I went ahead and kind of read through, I did pull 2 little word phrase sheets as well, just because sometimes it's really awesome to have a little word phrase to add to something. So I knew that having some right in my kind of collection for this would be really great. I need more space. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to look at ephemera. And see what we have. And this is where my little bins will come in really handy. Because I'll kind of show you how this goes. I could take the stickers off later, but if I fill them with stuff, then it's going to be really hard to take it off because I'll end up dumping things. Again, these, so Andrea, Retro Hip Mama, got me hooked on to these. These are technically lids to the little bathroom bins. They're in the bathroom aisle. They're $1 a piece. They stack and they fit awesome down in your Gendy handcrafted bins, which is what I did like for December Daily. So let me show you this. So like my December Daily stuff, so cute little Gendy tote. And so then this is my Christmas collection. And so I was able to go ahead and open the thing. So I'm not having to open the package every time. And so then I just sorted it, numbers. Here's the little circle die cuts. Here's the little frames. Okay, and it holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I happen to have 6 in there right now. Okay, and the great thing is these are, you know, like if it's a project you're working on for a long time, you're all set. But it's also something where you can reuse them. So I could really get one more, maybe even 2 more carefully in there. So I could get about 8 in there. So I love doing this. Makes it cute, but it also works for someone like me. Who needs a visual? So again, you can find these in the bathroom section. They're called a medium. They're a medium bin lid. They're frosted, made by Design. You can even check in like the app or on the website. Okay, put a couple of these out. I just found that once I open things and spread them out so that I can see them better, instead of having all the packages, I'm more likely to use them. Is at least what I have found. So this is an older Maggie Holmes collection, but it is one of my favorites. And I know that it will mix well because it's called Confetti. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sort some things out a little bit, because if I go ahead and put numbers all in one place, that's going to help. Because then I have them. You know, so if you open up something, it just makes it that much easier. These are all florals, and I know I'm not necessarily going to use these in this project. They're just not really my style for this project, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of put those off to the side because I just know I'm not going to use them. If you guys can see that. But then things like this that are little tickets and little tags and little, I don't know how I'm going to break that up, because then these are smaller ones. So I usually try to find some sort of kind of rhyme or rhythm or reason to how you have it broken down. A little cake stand, how cute is that? And I may break these down even more once I open some more packages, but for now, I'm kind of looking at it. Numbers would be great to have separate since this is a weekly project, you know, and you might want to add in numbers. And then these are kind of larger pieces, and then these are like your tinier accent pieces. And again, I just know that these larger flowers are not going to necessarily come into play in this particular album. So I can go ahead and I'll put those off to the side for something else. I probably won't use the crane either, so that is one of the other things that's good, is to be able to kind of pull things out that you know you probably won't use, just based on what it is, so that it kind of doesn't get in your way. I'm not a big fan. I have to be in the right mood for birds, and I don't see myself using birds in this particular instance. And these are delicate, so I'm going to move these over to here. Okay, and see, then some of these are even large, so I may go ahead and break down and do another one, which, let's grab. I don't know if this is helping anyone, if you have questions, if it's giving you ideas. I'm going to show you some other things that I'm planning to pull from too, in just a minute. I just think it's really great to use your stash, and just kind of make yourself a collection, you know, that you can be really excited about. So I'm going to add in, and I'm going to switch out because this is a little bit bigger. I'm going to put these little bit smaller ones. They're not super small. I'm just going to trade those out with these little bit larger ones, just because, you know, when you're filling something in, you kind of know what size you're looking for, and these are a little bit more substantial, and then that just helps, just kind of helps that you don't waste time flipping through all the goodies, going, oh, this is so cute, oh, but that won't fit, you know, things like that. This is another collection. This is this is Bloom, which I know that I have lots of cards and things that I love. And so I know I'm going to want to use things from this. And so again, I'm going to go ahead and just sort some things out based on, now see, these flowers I could see myself using because they're not as large. And then see, it might be great to get to a point where then I have even something else that's for like smaller words and or letters. So I may do that in a moment as well. I don't know that I need these letters, so I'm going to pull those off to the side. How are we doing? I'm happy to answer questions, or if you have thoughts or comments. Again, I'm just kind of sorting by size and or interest. Again, I probably don't need these large flowers, so I think I'll just keep those out, and I'll know that I have them. I don't necessarily need the bunny. I'll know that I have them if I really need one. I can always get it later. You know, and then I might even break this down more, and I may pull out all the ones that are tags. Okay, Aunt Charlotte. Well, I guess I need to come over and help you with that. We could totally do that. Absolutely. That would be a lot of fun, honestly. A lot of fun. All right, let's see what else we have hiding in here. Hey, Kyle.
Hey.
Okay, so I think, oh yeah, these are identical. know that I'm going to do anything flourish in this grouping because these are a little bit warmer colors, just a tad. I don't think that I have cards that go with this collection because this is a newer collection she wasn't doing. Oh, Ramona, I think you should go for it. I really do, Ramona. I think you should go for it. I have so many cards, so again, seriously, you could tell me your color scheme / whatever, we could chat, and I could pull a bunch of cards, throw them in the mail to you. They'd be to you in a couple days. I think you would love it. I think you would have a lot of fun trying it. Because then each little card can be a canvas sometimes, so you can create a little cluster on there, and I don't know, it can be really, really enjoyable. So this bin is really full, but just to show you my process, I don't think I'm going to use anything from this Flourish collection because, again, it's just a little bit warmer colors, a little bit more fall. I know that they don't have any cards that go with it necessarily, and I don't have to use all of my Maggie Holmes stuff. I'm also not going to pull my stuff for sunny days because even though I have tons of paper, again, I don't have cards that I need to be pulling from, and it's, a little bit more summer specific, so I'm going to save those. I also have some of her, really cute, frames and things like that, but I don't know that I will need any of these in this particular project because, again, this is going to add a lot of bulk, so I'm not necessarily going to pull some of those things. Because I also have then the Heritage line, and that's another one I'm not going to pull from because it's very specific and I only have a little bit of it. I may pull some of these. Let's see where they went. I will pull these stickers. I have a couple packages of them. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one of those. Oh, there you go. You need to use them, Michelle. Yes, you need to iron them. I am going to pull these stickers as well, just because little, 3D stickers might come in handy. So I'm going to add that to my little sticker pile. Okay, so I think... I've really pulled the ephemera that I'm going to use from my Maggie Holmes stuff. I'm trying to decide if I want to do tags separately, if there's enough of them. I don't think there is, so. And there's only these couple words, so I'm going to move these to here. So let me show you. Let me pull a few more cards. Let me show you what's going to happen with some of my cards, and then I'll show you some of the other things I want to make sure I have handy. How are we doing? Oh, okay. I'm just watching the time. Because some of her collections are different. Or some of her, so I have some collections where I only have them as Project Life cards because that's what I purchased was Project Life cards, and I didn't necessarily get the collection that went with it. So I was going to go ahead and, pull ones that I love the colors. I absolutely love the colors, and these make great title cards on those first pages. Being able to put whatever the theme is. They're just perfect because then you can embellish them a little bit or you can leave them alone, whatever you want to do. So this is something that I would suggest if you have cards, you know, looking through them and looking for ones like this. You know, this might be cute if she does a favorite things, depending, but it also is a really nice, just solid to build off of. You know, but at the same time, I'm gonna eliminate some just because for me, again, I have multiple collections to go through. And so if it's not something that I love, 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 or think is gonna work super perfectly, then I can leave it out. But my hope is also that this will get me using my cards, because I have so many and I haven't used them. And so I'm hoping that this will help me, you know, to be able to really create a fun project without going out and spending a whole bunch of money, and still using things that I absolutely love. I mean, these are fantastic, these type of cards, where it already has a little bit of an embellishment and it has a spot for you to write, but then you can add and layer it. You know, you can add some washi tape, you can add stamping, you can add things. It's just going to be phenomenal. I'm super excited about this project. Super excited. And see, I have these cards and I've just been savoring them, and so now it's really nice to know that I'm gonna pull them and hopefully get a chance to use many of them. So, and in some respects I feel like I'm gonna probably have too many still, but I do feel like it's helpful if I have created this for myself, where then I'm not having to worry about sorting through everything when I go to make pages. And something else that you could do, especially like second time through, and maybe we'll do this at another time, if we get that far, is creating little mini collections. You know, so if there was a card that was just really speaking to me, like for example, just see where it is now. There was one, I mean there were multiple that I loved, but there was one. So these, for example, this one that says recorded, or this one that says hello, and even this one that says this is what it's all about. You know, I really envision like this could be a great like opening one, you know, hello, and then I could add 52 weeks of me down here and, you know, add some other cards, and it would be a really cute opening card. You know, so maybe I want to set this aside knowing that, you know what, I really kind of like this already, and then, you know, I could kind of see what things, you know, I have that maybe I know I want to already add to it. You know, it's like this might be really cute because it's got the yellow heart, but it would pull in some turquoise. You know, things like that, where you could start to put together little mini collections for yourself as you're pulling your things from your stash, so that you're not having to, again, come up with it every single time you do it. You know, and you could even pull stickers from it. So let me go through a few 3x4 cards, and then I'm going to show you one or two other quick things, and then I think today's will be done. But I'm going to be working on this, so depending, I will certainly do additional installments if you would like. You know, or I could do a live as I set up my opening pages and things like that, if that would interest you guys. And then, of course, I'll definitely be doing some Zoom craft-alongs throughout the course of the year. So again, I'm just gonna go through and, you know, if I love it, if I think it would really work. But again, if I don't love it, I'm not gonna add it to the stack, because I don't need to have every card ever, right? And I'm trying to be really good. If you've noticed, I'm trying to be really good and not even put two of the same card, even though they're double-sided, and it might have a really, like, both sides, it might be cute. I'm trying not to put more than one, because I don't necessarily want to have even that excess amount of stuff. The worst case, if I really like both sides, I can maybe go ahead and use both sides. You know, since it's if it's in a pocket page, because it just gets a little bit much sometimes. If then it's like, oh wait, you know, I don't necessarily want there to be a ton of redundancy in the album either, if that makes sense. You know, see, this would also be cute in the beginning. Pages filled with memories, stories, and happiness. Like, this would be really great. You know, I'm going to go ahead and pull that off to the side. That'd be really great to do in, like, one of my opening pages. Especially if I did it, like, on the back side of... Hang on. The one thing about these bins is that if the cards aren't, if it's not, like, full, they do slide down a little bit, and I do need to put something in there so that they don't fall down. Where did it go? Oh. So that's my only problem. Okay, I'm gonna, like, prop it for the moment so I don't have to keep doing that, and I'll figure out a solution later. So, like, this card that says this is what it's all about might look really cute on, like, the back of my opening page. And if I really want to fill up my opening page, that it's just a front title page, and then maybe even, like, my why or my reason or something on the back side, you know, having, like, this is what it's all about, you know, and pages filled with memories, stories, and happiness, and then, you know, something cute. I just had one that was real blank. Where did that go? It's where oh, here it is. You know, maybe one, you know, so this would be a little 4-page, you know, or a little 3-pocket layout. And this I could maybe write, you know, my why or my intention or something. And I could still add and decorate to each one. But it, you know, so, like, as you go through things, if you find things that, you know, kind of speak to you, and even if it's something you don't know what she's going to do yet, maybe it's there's some that are, like, currently, or some that, you know, like, just some of those things, you know, kind of pull together where you're like, oh, you know, she might do something about that. She might do something with this. Or it's even just, I like these colors together. You know, that's, okay, where am I at? Uh-oh. I got myself confused. Did I go through all these already? Yes. You know, so that's something to consider. You know, because then you can make, you know, you can help yourself. Then when you're, you know, if it's a day where you're maybe a little bit tired, but you still want to work on your project, you know, if you've already pulled things together, especially like that, you know, then it's just about the fun, like, embellishing aspect of it, you know, so that can be really, really great, really rewarding. Okay, I'm going to finish up this little stack of cards, and then I'm going to show you one other thing, and then I am going to call it a day, because I do have to go with my son to run an errand. I want to do that before it gets into the dinner hour. But I will definitely be setting up my album probably, if not tomorrow, then on Sunday. And I would absolutely love if you guys want to hang out. That would definitely be fun. Something else to consider when you're putting these, when you've pulled them and you're putting them in your containers, your bins, is if they're double-sided and you have one that you particularly like better, you know, so like this side is, you know, it's okay, but it doesn't excite me, but I do really like this side as a writing space. Put that side up facing so that, again, when you're flipping through, you know, you are truly seeing the card that you chose, as opposed to maybe the secondary side of it that you're not as, you know, fascinated with. And if it is one that is truly, you know, you love both sides, you'll see that, you know, when you take it out. And then you might go, oh, that's right. And you don't have to be like me. If you absolutely have a, you know, if there's a card where you're like, I love both sides, then put it in this, put two of it in the stack, you know, and have them facing, you know, one facing one side and one facing the other side, so that you know, like, hey, I really want to use, you know, I really like both sides of this card, so that you visually see what you have. Okay. So I do have full-size paper pads of some of her collections, not all of them. Hi there. Thank you for following. I do not have all of her paper pads that go with like some of these older collections where I just have the Project Life cards. But I am going to pull paper pads and also have the 12 by 12 paper pads in case I want to do a full, you know, I want to do an unpocketed page and I want to do it that way. I also have some of her 6 by 8 pads. Let's see. I don't know that I have any that work with any of these collections, though, actually. So I may not be using those. Yeah. Check that. They're not collections that really match with this. So you could do that as well. Like if I had ones that went better, you know, I might pull those. So the last thing I want to show you, and then again, if you would love it, if you would like to, I will absolutely do more of this live. I will do maybe my cart setup after I've truly finished going through. Let me show you how many cards I have left to go through. If you guys are like, why don't you just finish with us? I have all of these cards still left to sort through, and I don't want to bore you to death. And again, I do have to run an errand with my son. So I have this little bin on my desk, which was neat and organized, and I have to come up with a new solution for it because, as you'll see, it's a little suitcase, and now it's overflowing to the point where it's not enjoyable because I can't actually see anything and get into it without making a mess. But what it is it's favorite little things that have been sent to me from different people, different makers, either that I've purchased some of the things or it's come in something I've ordered, like they've sent it to me in addition. So I was going to show you, you know, so for example, I have this adorable clip that was made for me. You know, and I love it and I want to use it. Well, it's Maggie Holmes as well, so it would go really great with this project. So I'm also going to pull some of these things out and have them in the little bins so that I see them and I am able to use them in this project because I love them. I have amazing little clusters from Kristen, Scooterbug Corner, that are just amazing. You know, and just would be great little layering accents. So like I'm gonna pull things that I know would match, and then that way I see them and I can use them, and they're not, you know, they're not hiding in this bin. I have, like, this is made with Maggie Holmes stuff. This adorable little accordion that someone made for me. See, I don't even remember who made some of the different things. So this would be really, really cute, you know, to have a little interactive piece even. So that's the other thing that I'm personally doing. If you have those kinds of stashes of things. You know, this way I will see them and they're not, I'm just trying to see what else I have. They're not, you know, buried. I have this adorable little balloon. I think this came in, I know this, I actually know, this came in one of my things from Urban Forager. I can't talk today. I have like a vending machine from her and one or two other cute little things, and she makes little 3D things. Again, this would be really cute. It's Maggie Holmes' collection already, so it would be great. Let's see what else I have. You know, so if you have these kinds of things, you know, that you're savoring, you're hanging on to, people have made for you, people have sent to you, you know, get them out, you know, use them. I have these little, I have these stamps now, but I have these little dresses from Joanna, Vintage Baby 63. Well, like those two have the right pattern, and I know that there's a die cut in here that said like party dress, you know, so depending, even if it's, you know, I don't wear dresses, you guys know this, but if it's something about like, oh, my son has the hens out. All of a sudden I saw something run out front and I was like, what's out there? It's a hen. You know, these would be cute. You know, even if it's talking about fashion. I don't wear dresses, but that doesn't mean that I can't have fun and use some of these pieces, right? You know, so I'm going to go ahead and pull those. So if you have things like that, if you have things that you're savoring or you're hoarding, or, you know, people have sent you and you're not sure what to do with it, you know, I want to use these things. That's why I have these things, you know, put in a quote-unquote special place. But then, you know, I don't necessarily forget about them. But again, I don't always see them. And then it depends on if you want to add, you know, if you want to add ribbon or paper clips or some of those kinds of things. I have all of my paper clips in my desk drawer right here, sorted out by like color and theme. And so I don't necessarily need to do that, but I could, you know, like this, and like these were made for me and they're super adorable. So maybe I do want to sort through, you know, and pull out some things that would go with what I'm doing. You know, I have some of these, you know, so maybe I want to pull those out so that I don't have to go searching for them, you know, on the day of. When I'm working on projects, I already have some available, and it helps me to pull together, you know, projects. But otherwise, I have all my paper clips and things in my drawer, so I don't necessarily need to do that for this instance, but you might want to. You might want to pull paper clips. You might want to pull doilies. I have all my doilies together, so, you know, if I decide I need a doily, I'll just grab whatever color I need. Buttons, you know, if you want to pull buttons, stamps, you know, anything that you could use. This works for, you know, depends on how your craft room is set up, and it depends on how you craft. I have certain things stored appropriately. Again, like my paper clips, they're just right there. So if I know, like, oh, I could use a paper clip here, what do I want? I could just open my drawer. But if you have things done differently or kind of all over the place, or again, if you want this to be something where you can really like be efficient, like have fun but be efficient, or use things that have been hiding, you know, all these beautiful little things that, you know, I love, and they've been sitting here in a prime location, but I haven't used them yet. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and put them in my other little bin. You know, I'm going to put them in this cute bin so that I can see it. You know, I'm going to take all of these and I'm going to put them in, you know, one little spot, so I can absolutely see that they are right there. I'm going to put this clip and these other little clips in with clips so that I can see that I have them. And then that way I'm visually seeing that I've already pulled some of these items. The dresses I think I'm going to put in with die cuts, actually, just because. And the same thing with this tag. But then like this little 3D guy, you know, can go in here. These little guys can also go, you know, in here. And maybe I do like this, I have to see what else I come up with, but maybe the 3D ones go there and the little bit flatter ones go there. You know, I could also pull, so I have these beautiful ribbons from my friend Yuki at Liara Pony. You know, well, I don't necessarily need all of these for the project, but maybe, again, as beautiful as this package is, and I love seeing it pretty like this, I need to use them. So maybe if I pulled out a couple and put them over here in this long section, I would gravitate towards it more quickly, you know, than if it's still sitting in this beautiful package. She also made, I got these beautiful, and they look beautiful in here, but there again, it would probably be good if I went ahead and pulled out one or two and added them in here with the 3D thing. So I pull them and I use them. I'm hoping that this was helpful. I'm gonna need to work on this some more. So again, if you guys would like to join me, I could certainly do another live, you know, in the next day or two of continuing to put together my full collection, as well as even putting together, like my first page, like my opening pages. So let me know if you would like me to do that. I probably have some more things to find. Again, if you have vintage elements you want to add, playing cards, guest checks, that's a whole other level of, you know, things you could add in, and do. And now I know not everybody has the ridiculous amount of stuff that I have, and that's not said in a braggy way. It's said in I know that not everybody has crazily like overbought and hoarded things. But I think we all still have a certain amount in our stash, both things that we're savoring and we need to really like use them and love them. And so this is great to maybe pull them and have them visually, and also to see what you have. So then you could, you know, if you are going to purchase some things to make this a super successful project, because sometimes we need to do that, you can see what you have, you know. So if you decide, okay, I've got plenty of, you know, I've got plenty of tags, I've got plenty of ribbon, I've got plenty of doilies, but I don't really have any small, you know, accent stickers. So I should really look and, you know, maybe look for those. Or I really don't have any Project Life cards. So let me, you know, message Mandy and say, I need some Project Life cards. You know, things like that. That then you're not going and just buying everything. You're, you know, you're still using what you have and buying only what you need. So this was fun. This was fun for me because I'm excited about this project and I'm excited to pull everything together. Again, I want to keep doing more. I had meant to do this last night, and then I just didn't have a chance to do it. My day kind of went a little differently than planned. So I decided to save it for today, and I'm glad I did because this has been really fun and I was able to be even more prepped with some of my things, but I still have a lot more to do. So I will let you guys know. I think I will probably try to do a live tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely Sunday, because I want to finish putting this together and I want to make my like my opening page. And depending, I don't know when she's going to, I have to double check when the email is going to come out. For all I know, it's there now. And I would like to maybe get week 1, you know, done before I even start back on Thursday, just so I can feel like I'm really getting it all together. So I hope that you guys have a really awesome New Year's Eve. If you get a chance to be crafty, that's awesome. I would love to see what you're putting together for your kits. I think maybe I will post some photos and then maybe you guys can post along. Oh, I print my photos at home. I just print them. I have a Canon Pixma, and I just put them into, I just throw them in a Word document and resize them that way because it's just super easy for me. I need to play around with some other photo programs, but I just I just make them a 4x6 or a 3x4 depending on what size I want, and I just print them at home. They're not necessarily like the best photo quality ever, but I'm okay with that. a project like this is hard too if you want to stay current and having to print them somewhere else. The other thing you could do is getting a mini printer. It could be fun to do even an Instax, or like the Canon, the square one or something, so that you have like those, cute looking photos throughout the project. But you can also have them printed and do your whole layout and then just be picking them up or having them sent to you. So, yeah, that's something I need to work on, is kind of doing a better, find a better program and some like specific things for photos. I just throw them in Word right now. So, but good question. I hope you guys have a really awesome New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And again, I will let you know if I'm going live tomorrow or if I'm going to do it on Sunday, to continue pulling things together and do my title page and things like that. So thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. Let me know. I would be happy to answer them. Tag me if you share any photos. And of course, tag Susanna Made in Mojave for sure. It's her project. Oh, speaking of, I specifically wore, this is a sweatshirt from her. I had ordered from her shop, and then, so I for sure wanted to make sure that I had that on. Today I realized when I was, oh, what do I want to wear? And I was like, oh, I'll wear my sweatshirt from her. So, so definitely, if you aren't already, give her a follow on Instagram. Definitely sign up for the project. It's free. And if you take any photos and share them, tag me so I can see what you guys are up to. I would love if you would follow my Twitch. Feel free to sign up as a sub. That always helps support me to keep doing these. If you have Amazon Prime, you get one for free, so that helps me and doesn't cost you a thing, so that's a win-win bonus. So thanks for everybody who is here, and I will see you guys in the new year. Thanks so much. Bye.